Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's Alabama going up against Anaheim. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And pitching in this game, Emmett Sheehan, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see
Yastrzemski jumps out of the way of the first pitch.
First pitch, 5 o'clock.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yes, happy Mom's Day.
That's to third. Fisher rolls across the diamond, and the first out of the game is an easy one. Take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Kevin McGonigal. Back here for the Sunday night showcase. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Now here is Drake Baldwin into the outfield, base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
And now here is Eli White. He was late there, strike one. Yo one. Baldwin off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Way outside, and it gets away. Up with it, fires to first. He's in there. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Michael Harris II getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Harris launched a homer in his most recent game. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Down to third, and he gets back safely.
Here's the ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Late swing, fouled off. All loaded up here in the third and final game of the series. Ouch, that one drove him. One scores easily, and it's 1-0. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, dude.
2 outs, bases full. Kevin McGonigal, the next to hit, and a swing and a miss there. That one finds the zone. The ball's 2 strikes.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Outside low, ball 1. On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Left field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Got it, looking. Good job of damage control right there. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound now, Spencer Schwellenbach. Singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
And that one is downstairs. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Here's the charter member of MLB's 50-50 club, Shohei Ohtani at the plate.
Yeah, such a memorable night when Ohtani officially reached 50-50. He was playing in Miami and just happened to go 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases.
His 2024 was so impressive. There was a brief moment when people wondered, could he reach 60-60? Just wild. The 2-1. Tap foul at the plate. Call gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 1 away. Let's take a look at the lineup. Here's the rookie third baseman, Andrew Fisher. And there's a foul ball.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
In the air, right field, Dubon on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Batting 4. The first baseman,
Ryan Ward digs in now. 2 for 9 so far in the series. And that one fouled off. 0-1 now. And that drops in for a strike. Got him looking. Out number 3. Second inning set to go. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now.
number 8, Kyle Farmer.
Oh. And a big swing and a miss. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And first offering is fouled off. Albies recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Fair ball.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So back to the top of the order. Mike Yastrzemski up here. And that's fouled off. Yastrzemski starting as the designated hitter, hitting leadoff in today's game. So far this season, his on-base percentage is right around .370. Into the outfield, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
A couple of singles back to back. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it.
Crazy. Riley swings through it for strike 1. Line drive, that's a base hit. Ozzie flying around third. He'll score, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up at RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now here is Drake Baldwin. Oh, right to the backstop. But all the runners hold. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
And that's way high. And it's 2-2. That one way inside. Pulls it down into a
He's good.
Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And stepping in is the speedy Eli White. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball to right. Call on the move. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Bottom half of inning number 2, digging in, Andrew Fisher. Way inside, gets out of the way. Popped in the air, left field. White settles underneath it, and there's one down. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Whoa. Check swing. He held up. Ball 2. And it's fouled away. 2-1 down. There's a swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Oh, 2 now. That's inside. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. In the air, left field. White under it, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. The Owls have the advantage, 2-0. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Harris swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Bowler.
These hitters look to be pressing at the plate a bit. They're swinging at pitches that are clearly balls, just trying to make something happen. The best approach is that relaxed approach.
Bounce to third. Fisher sends it across to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Up next for Alabama, the right fielder, number 14, Mauricio.
So up next, Mauricio Dubon. Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Welcome back to the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Next to hit, Kevin McGonigal. Swang and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-1. In the dirt. In the dirt. PACtion And Chris Singleton here on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
All over that one right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Farmer in now, takes ball one off the plate.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
2 on, 1 out. Hit on the ground to short. Williams slings to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. As we go to the last of the third. Leading off, Chet Williams. Williams with some struggles at the plate recently. Not uncommon for rookies. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
In the air to left center. White should have this one. Brings it in. Alex Call will hit next. And takes low for ball one. Williams at first, one gone.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Line drive, and it stays fair. Lead runner around second.
Nice line drive to full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And that is out of play. Runners at the corners, one away. Here in the last half of the third. Check swing went around, and the count is 0-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 stays alive.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Now a pop-up on the infield. 2 down. Now the third baseman, Andrew Fisher. Late swing, foul to the left. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Close, but called a ball. And 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in the third and final game of the series. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Now they've missed. Swings and misses, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
All set for the start of the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. It's still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And there's one away. So the batting order turns over. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 1 for 2. Swings and misses. 0-1.
No.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
This one in the air, center field. Ciani settles underneath it, brings it in, and there's 2 down. Here's Austin Riley. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a foul straight back. The 0-2. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And I think new pitcher on now, Evan Phillips.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Baldwin up to bat next, lays off for a ball. And another ball. Fought off foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Now here's a flare off the bat, and that's a fair ball. Here comes Riley. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Baldwin, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hard liner. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base. And we're back with a series sweep very much in play, Siggy. Sizable lead, so keep those brooms handy.
A sweep can really send shockwaves through a clubhouse, Barry. One team surging forward, the other left searching for answers.
Into second easily with a leadoff double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up in second.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Andrew Fisher now at the plate. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Albies. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Alex Freeland, the next to hit.
That's a ball.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. And he grounds one to the right side. Albies over to second.
Now he's safe.
Not in time. And a run scores. Now batting Michael Ciani. Flying to left his first time. That's out to center field. And he makes the catch. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Chet Williams getting ready to hit. And And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. New inning getting started. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Action in the pen down there. Brock Stewart, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Scott also throwing. Phillips, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Oh, what a stop. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
At the plate, Mauricio Dubon. And that misses. And that's ball 2. Challenge from behind the dish here. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. 2-0. And there's a ball. That one fouled hard the other way. Out to short. Tosses to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Kevin McGonigal. Short hop liner, handled it short. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out of the inning. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Alfonso batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. That clips a corner.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And there's 1 down. Alex Call will hit next. To third. Fires across the diamond. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
This one spoked, could be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. And it gets by him. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He'll score, and now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through and right back within a run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here.
But when hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
2 down, nobody on. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And he boots it. Save the first, no play. We'll see how they score this. And now Now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Alex Freeland. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Got him swinging. But they strike for 3 in the inning. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Stepping in, Kyle Farmer. He's been a great free agent side. Ward takes it to the bag. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Late swing, fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, almost got him. Oh, that hit him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty's status. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Mike Yastrzemski, the next to hit.
That's the ball.
Tying run is at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one for strike one. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side throw as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Riley now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. That one almost got him. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the bottom of inning. Bottom of the 6th. Digging in, Michael Ciani. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Out of here.
Sometimes you say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire. You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half of their traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Eliezer Alfonso. The other way. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Albies throws to first, and he's out. Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. Swinging a foul out of play. Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Albies settles under it. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Brusdar Graterol.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers. Well, these guys, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from there, man. It's always a good sign.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And here is Eli White. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Outside, straight to the backstop. Baldwin up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
The tying run at the plate. Pitch gets away. And a close play at the plate, and that scores a run on the wild pitch.
Runner's got to be happy to be crossing the dish right there. An easy decision to head home when you see the ball get that far away from the catcher.
2-2 now. That's down and in. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and misses, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Harris, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The 0-1. Jackknifes out of the way. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's 2 away. Back inside the stadium, and the Sunday night showcase is a close one. And now Mauricio Dubon. On the ground, right side. Freeland tosses to first, and the inning is bottom of the 7th. Andrew Fisher up now, top 5 in RBIs for a reason, a true finisher.
Yeah, and he keeps his approach simple and drives in runs like clockwork, Boo. Every opportunity, it seems like he's converting.
Productive outs, big knocks, he's doing it all.
Yeah, and that's the sign of a legit run producer. Comes through when the lights are the brightest, the pressure is the highest.
Swings through that one, it's a strikeout.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
2 up, 2 down. Andrew Fisher digs in now. He was late there. Strike one.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches, even when he's running a little low in the tank.
And that one is lifted in the air. Harris moving under this one. And that is that. Nothing doing. Welcome back. The sweep is still in play, but they'll need a late rally to make that happen, Singing.
This is when you find out a lot about a club's makeup, Lou. Fight, focus, and how badly they want it. Of course, I'm talking about both sides.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Vesia warming up as well.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Sliced hard but foul. Brodero pitching for the 20th time this season, and he was born in Venezuela. Slap the other way, foul. That's to third, Fisher. Slings it across. First out in the top of the 8th. And now, Kyle Farmer. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one fouled off. In the air out to center. Takes it in for the out. It appears Dave Roberts is. Alex Vesia takes over on the mound. On for his 20th appearance of the year. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Just off the outside edge.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Swings and misses. Went back to the fastball, and it was on to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off, number 77. Way out front for strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. Just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
Ciano, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep him from getting away. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. But almost walked to first.
Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land. A foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. That one is foul, and he'll see another.
He's just about to throw his 100th pitch. Man, he's got a chance to get through this 8th inning.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Eliezer Alfonso now at the plate. Right side. Flips it. There's 1. Double play.
You're out of it.
What a twin killing to end the inning. Through 8 full, the Pandas lead it 5. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Yastrzemski, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So here's Riley now. Infield playing into pull. Second baseman just to the right of the bat. Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first in time. And there are 2 outs. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
Diaz is just 1 strike away. Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Out towards right center field. Ciani under it. The catch is made down.
Well, we're 4 games as a team on the losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.
Someone called a paramedic. I'm on fire. We don't get together, then we all die. They ain't Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges.